But the problem is people have mistakenly believing that the fire is judgment. And I would say that's partly right, but they're assuming what that judgment is. And I go, yeah, it's, here's the deal. The fire of the Holy Spirit is judging us in righteousness, which means he's coming to convict or convince us of our righteousness because he took our judgment on the cross. So that's really what the book starts out with. It launches into the necessity of the baptism of the fire of the Holy Spirit. But then beyond that, it goes into a verse-by-verse commentary throughout all of the sermons in the book of Acts. And I was shocked. Jason, I did not see this going into it. I was shocked to discover that you cannot find any sermon in the book of Acts that mentions hell. So you're talking about the first 2 decades of sermons in the church, and that's not what they lead with. And I'm very careful in the book to say it's not a book about hell. I'm not defining it, redefining it, or anything. I'm just saying it's in Western evangelicalism, that's what we lead with in order to generate a response from people. They didn't do that. What they led with was the power of the resurrection. And so there was no appeal to anybody on the basis of emotion. It's not like, hey, you accept Jesus, you're going to heaven. You don't accept Jesus, you're going to hell. There's none of that anywhere in there. It's simply Jesus rose from the dead, believe it. And now I love as Robert Capon says, we're all just runners. And just 2,000 years later, we're just another generation of runners going, Peter said this was true. Peter and John actually saw it. They said he rose from the dead. We're saying the exact same thing 2,000 years later. So when the message of some sense of impending punishment if you don't get your act together overtakes the message of the resurrection, it tells me that we've lost the plot. And we've somehow put a plot point ahead of what ought to be the main part of the story. And more than just Easter. So that's really the nature of that book.
Yeah. Phew, man, it's that running to the tomb was the discovery of it is finished. It was when they got it. They went, like he's resurrected. He said it on the cross. It's finished. It is finished, bro.
And here's the crazy part, Jason. I go, Jesus, when you showed up, you could have showed up in a way that was a little better for Mary's reputation. I mean, people think she's crazy and a sinner, her whole life, called the mother of the illegitimate child. And by the way, when you rose from the dead, it would have been great if there had been some pyro in that, because now people think we stole his body. So, it's like he shows up and invades the story, like the director steps into the play just enough to where, man, it's like you could have made this easier on us.